Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer number 1 that debuted over at Star Wars Celebration back in April of this year, followed by the second teaser that debuted just recently over at D23 and by Good Morning America, it left a lot of fans very excited and eager to see the third and final trailer of Episode 9 by director J.J. Abrams, Disney, and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is, of course, going to introduce many different twists and turns related to Rey, Kylo Ren, Palpatine, and yes, even Luke Skywalker and other characters associated with this film from the prequels and the originals. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming Trailer 3 of Episode 9, this is where things begin to get very intense for this film. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be hanging on the edge of the wreckage of the Death Star 2, where it's said to be a bird's eye view of the characters where their lightsaber hilts are seen just on the edge of the wreckage, where eventually Kylo Ren is said to make his way back up to the wreckage, where there is a shot of Kylo wielding both his crossguard and the Skywalker saber, getting to both sabers before Rey did, where Rey is said to appear defenseless, and most likely will use the Force itself to defend herself from Kylo Ren. The scenery is said to be dark and gritty with tons of lightning strikes in the background. The next describes a shot in the distance in which Kylo Ren is standing inside of a strange cube structure that is said to serve as an elevator of some kind, where he is making his way down to a mysterious cave. As the elevator goes down, which is said to be based in the beginning of the trailer, the voices of Anakin, Darth Vader, Palpatine, and Luke can be heard from some dialogue in new and some is scrambled from the originals and the prequels. The elevator is said to eventually reach the bottom of the floor, where Kylo is looking at 6 strange, updated Imperial guards, surrounding an old man in a throne, followed by dialogue of Palpatine about combining the power of Kylo Ren and Rey's, most likely referring to both Rey and Kylo Ren, of course, using both the light and the dark. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to feature many different elements of the Force, the dark, the light, the Jedi, the Sith, that fans have never seen before in the Skywalker saga. I want to go over the very beginning of this that sounds like a very action-packed sequence where there is indeed going to be a moment in which Kylo Ren is said to actually be fighting Rey on the very edge of the Death Star 2 wreckage, where eventually they are hanging for their lives on the edge of that wreckage that will eventually fall into the sea if they let go. So they're hanging on to the edge of all of this, and eventually Kylo Ren is said to make his way up to the very top of the wreckage and grab both saber hilts, where both of which begin to ignite, where he's actually wielding the crossguard and the iconic Skywalker lightsaber that once belonged to Anakin and Luke. So basically Kylo Ren is facing Rey, where he is holding 2 lightsabers of different colors, both red and blue, where Rey is said to be defenseless, where she can only use the Force. This connects to the leaks that we went over about 6 months ago, where there's actually said to be a scene where Rey is not going to use a lightsaber, where Kylo Ren is going to use 2 sabers against her. This actually connects to that and makes a lot of sense as to why he would have the Skywalker saber and his crossguard, is because he's able to make it up to the wreckage first, because the hilts were actually left on top. So that's a very interesting part of Episode 9, and is yet another nice little parallel to the character of Anakin Skywalker, when he too was holding a blue and red blade in Revenge of the Sith when he killed Count Dooku. So that's basically the same exact scenario here to a certain extent. Now, the other piece that I really want to go over here involves Palpatine and what seems to be his brand new throne room. Now, there's said to be a sequence where Kylo Ren is standing inside of a strange cube-like structure that is said to serve as an elevator of some kind, where it actually goes down toward the very bottom and into a cave that leads to a series of Imperial guards that are said to be updated, surrounding a throne that Palpatine is sitting in. Now, I don't know about you, but this really does bring us back to the originals and using it in different ways based on Ralph McQuarrie. It really seems like that Palpatine's new throne room is going to be deeply inspired by Ralph McQuarrie's concept art, where it's actually based within a Sith cave, or whatever have you, surrounded by lava. In this scenario, it is also based in the cave, but it's done in a different way. So, Palpatine's dialogue that is said to follow after this particular shot consists of Palpatine talking about how Rey and Kylo must combine their powers to do something incredible. Now, I don't know about you guys, but you guys may have heard about this, that there is something up between Rey, Palpatine, and Kylo in this movie that's going to have something to do with changing the Force and how fans view the Force and how it's going to work when it comes to Sith and the Jedi. Now, when we look at Episode 9, JJ's trying to really reshape the Skywalker saga. He's trying to do different things with this movie that fans have never seen before in the actual Star Wars films, which is very ambitious of him. So, anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.